Hi everyone, welcome to Chesspoint. Today we see the Fide candidate 2024, Gukesh, Tamaraju, all games which was played in candidates. So now first we see the first game of Gukesh, and this game is played between Gukesh and Vidit Gujarati. So let's start the game. So here Gukesh from white and Vedic from black. So let's start the game. So first move of Gukesh is d4, then d5, c4, e6, knight c3, c5, e3, knight f6, knight f3, knight c6, a3, a6, d cut c5, bishop cut c5, and then b4, bishop d6, rook a2, knight e4, sorry, knight e5, rook d2, knight cut f3, and here this chain move which is played by the Gukesh, and this move is g cut f3, then double zero, bishop b2, a5, c cut d5, or here's with the e5, knight b5, a cut d4, knight cut d6, queen cut d6, and a cut b4, queen cut b4, queen c2, and here comes with the move of bishop g4. Why this move was played by Vidit? Let's check here. So after this move, if we cut the bishop, then attack of rook from here, rook f c8, and threatening the queen of white. After this move, white plays queen d3, then knight e4, then d6, knight cut d2, so here the white came loose because the position is fully open for the black. That's why Gukesh don't cut the bishop of g4. So now we see the after move of bishop g4. So after this move, Gukesh goes to bishop c3, then queen a3, bishop b2, again queen a3, then again bishop c3, queen a3, then bishop. This move is continuously placed by both of them, and that's it. So bishop b2 check, sorry, bishop b2 attacking the queen, then again queen b4. So after this move, Gukesh plays the move of. So here the position of draw, and that's why Gukesh and Vidit first match was draw. So here is the game of Gukesh and Vidit Gujarati, and after saying this move, the position is equal for them. At the last, the position get trouble for both of them if one of them get mistake or blunder the moves. So the accuracy of the Gukesh and Vidit is very nice. That's why both continuously move play with bishop b2 or queen b4. That's a picture draw, I think. So now we see the next game of Gukesh. So let's check. Next game is Pragananda versus Gukesh. So here is white was Pragananda and Gukesh from black. So sorry for them because there is very noise in background. So forget that noise. So now the next game we see here is Pragnanda and Gukesh, two Indian superstar, played at the Fide Candidate 2024, and this is also a good match for viewers and also for the beginners. This game is good for them to see and analyze the game. So now we play the move of Pragnanda and Gukesh. So first move here Praganda played d4, again a d4 opening, then d5, then c4, e6, knight f3, knight f6, then g3, bishop b4 check, knight c3 block the check, and here's d cut c5, sorry, d cut c4, and bishop g2, then black continues with double zero, and here the double zero. So here you see this game is also a wonderful game, and for who played this opening, let's see what happened after this, because it's effect in your games. So let's continue. So after double zero, then knight c6, then a3 to target the black bishop of bishop b4, Then Gukesh comes to the bishop e7 at safe zone. Then after this, Pragnanda played e4. Then a6, bishop e3, b5, queen e2, bishop b7, rook a d1, knight a5. This is good move for Pragnanda because after this move was also a good move for him. D5. After this, Gukesh cut that pawn. E cut d5. Then after the attacking move of Pragnanda with e5 to targeting the knight. Then after this, knight e8. Then again post the pawn to e6. Then f5 played by the Gukesh. Knight e5. Knight f6 again comes to the attacking mode. Then queen c2, c6, queen f5, queen e8, knight f7, bishop c8, rook fe1, knight why the black not that's the good move. Knight b7, bishop g5, then rook a7, bishop cut f6, bishop cut f6, bishop cut d5, then c cut d5, knight cut d5, bishop again goes to bishop e7, queen g4, knight d8 and targeting the knight of white. And here the exchange, knight cut d8, bishop cut d8, queen d4, rook b7, rook e4, bishop f6, queen e3. So here see what the position said here. And so if we check, the white position is losing the game. So let's see how Gukesh played the Pragnanda in second round of Fide candidate tournament. So after this, we see here with queen e3. After this move, again Gukesh goes to bishop e7. Then the here attacking mode is started by the Pragnanda with h4, queen c6, then again h5, bishop attacking the queen of the white with bishop c5, then queen G5. Then after this move, black goes to bishop cut e6. Again, Pragnanda pushes the pawn to attacking the king side of the black with h6. After this move, rook cut f2. So this is a very good move by Gukesh, and here they try to over the game of Pragnanda. So this is the last move of Gukesh who qualify that uh, here he takes the win against the Pragnanda, and this position set and resigned by the Pragnanda to Gukesh. So now Gukesh get 1.5 point in 2 rounds. So let's check the next match of Gukesh. So if we see this match, here is a good opening played by both of them, and in the middle, mistake by the Pragnanda, who is very unforgettable for his win. Then Gukesh don't forget that mistake and pushes his all the pieces. And first of all, here beginners learns about the defense, because if you think that here Gukesh win this directly attacking the king side of the white, but first Gukesh tried to defend the position. If the game wants the defense, then you defend the game. If you don't try to attacking. By the way, attacking is a good option for attacking play, but sometimes defense help you, and here the chances of lose is not high. But if you defense, you try to complete the middle game, and in the end, you attack the very high probability to win the game. So here you see how Gukesh played this game. So now we see the third game of Gukesh. So next game is with a high level match between Gukesh and Nepomniachtchi. This is an amazing game between both players, because Nepomniachtchi is former Fide candidate champion, and here the case is new one to faces the former champion and reigning champion of Fide candidates. So here we see here that Gukesh from white and Nepomniachtchi from black. So let's start the game. First, we see how the opening of Gukesh started, and how uh, Nepomniachtchi do a good play against the Gukesh. So now we see. So wait a minute. So here I come with another game. So let's start. First move of here the white played with d4, again a d4 game. Then just we think Gukesh will practice the d4 opening. That's why he plays in the three GMs in Fide candidates. So here the Gukesh plays the d4. After this move, knight f6, then c4, e6, g2, then d5, bishop g2, bishop g2, then sorry, c5, um, c cut d5, knight cut d5, knight f3, c cut d4, double zero, bishop c5, knight cut d4, double zero. So here the position of where both of them castling and both pushes his knight and bishop in attacking position. Here you see what position said. Uh, After knight double zero, queen d2, here comes our knight c3 is also a good option for white to develop his pieces. So after this, let's see what Gukesh played. So after this, Gukesh plays to knight g3. So here is also a good move for Gukesh, but Nepomniachtchi goes to bishop e7. After this, Gukesh attacking the knight of black with e4. Then Nepomniachtchi goes to knight g4. Then Gukesh plays the knight c3, then knight c6, bishop e3, queen cut d1, rook a cut d1. So here Nepomniachtchi exchanges the queen. So exchanging the queen, after this Nepomniachtchi played the move of knight e5. Then Gukesh attacking the knight with a3. Then knight b c6. Then f4, knight knight c4, bishop c1, f6, rook fe1, rook b8, bishop f1, knight d6, knight b5, knight cut b5, bishop cut b5, king f7, bishop bishop e3, a6, bishop e2, b5, knight c5, rook d8, rook cut d8, bishop cut d8, rook c1, bishop b6, attacking the knight, king f2, bishop cut c5, bishop cut c5, bishop b7, king e3, uh, rook d8. So here you see the position or the game turning and goes to the in game of this match. So now first we see what the positions share. Here chances of Gukesh is more to win this game. So let's see what mistake was uh, do by Gukesh, who get a draw the match. So now we see after this move what Gukesh played. Gukesh played the bishop cut, not bishop cut, bishop b6, then rook d7, rook d1, rook at d1 exchange, or g6. So now we see what the position said. And here the position is not different. The chances of win of Gukesh is more than Nepomniachtchi. After this move, bishop c5. Uh, then h3. After this, b3, bishop c8, a4, and then e5. So this is a beautiful position for the beginners, intermediate, or the chess players who see this game. Here the position goes to India, where black has a black bishop and knight versus double bishop. This game is insane. Let's see what the position or what this game gave us to learn about this. And you see the position of Gukesh pawns. Pawn structure is also good position. And now this game goes to endgame. So after this move, a cut b5, a cut b5, then f5, king g7, f cut g6, bishop g4, bishop c2, bishop e6. So now the position is, if you see here, Gukesh uh, is on a good position, but both get 4 pawn, and one of the pawn of g6 is cutted by the king or any time. So also that pawn was an isolated pawn, because at the rank of g there is a 2 pawn in same verticals. So in call we said, so after this move we see what Gukesh plays, and Gukesh back to goes to king d2. After this move b4, then bishop d1, and here what we said, king cut g6. So there is a last move of black, who cut the king cut g6. So now what, this position is a draw or not? So here this position is draw for both of them. What mistake Gukesh here to do not win this game and turn this game to a draw? So now we see. So here we see where there's a mistake of Gukesh. So A cut B5 is not good move for Gukesh. Here Gukesh play first the move of F5, then goes to King G7, and here not cut the pawn. If cut the pawn, then the chances of draw of Nepomniachtchi increases here. So this end game is what I said before this game, that this game is an insane and amazing game for the learners, so is beginner intermediate players, that see here what this game gave us is first the opening. Every time you play opening well played, if you play opening good, your game is continuously a good position. If sometimes player not practice the opening, they what we see they, I don't remember, but they capture the opening in his mind at the just we see that no, I don't care. This is what we see, but don't capture the opening. You just finish at that position. What we see, if the position said that pawn push another side, or knight f3 first play, or knight c3 then play, or knight c3 first play, or knight f3 then play. So there is your mind what to do. That practice makes to continue that position game. After this, we see in the middle game, would see the then we see three games of Gukesh, and Gukesh first opening to d4, c4, and they play a set a position, and then don't attacking first. He first defends the game, defensive position, and the defensive position at the Fide candidates is good option for Gukesh. And what we see his interview, he said that I played the game with positional, not the remembering, and don't try to overpower or overact that moves. So that's why he draw the games, but and last the end game is amazing end game. You see here, don't get panic. Some moves are different at not accuracy, but you play to continue the game, and the pawn structure is very important. If you don't see any pawn structure in chess or learn, next time we see the pawn structure game to good and bad position. And another thing we see is knight bishop versus double bishop. This is another game or another method, another position to learn this. Next time again we see the knight bishop versus double bishop. This is starting or beginners learn to get this bad bishop versus good knight, or bad versus good bishop. That's a good option. So now see, we get much more talking. Now we get the fourth match of Gukesh. So here the Gukesh point is in 3 rounds he get 2 points and leading the board with Nepomniachtchi and not Hikaru. After this move, Another amazing game, or what we see. World number two, Fabiano Caruana versus Gukesh. This is an insane match for both. Gukesh is played before various games with Fabiano Caruana, but here this game is much more important for Gukesh and Fabiano both. So let's see. Wait a minute. Hi everyone, welcome again. So let's start the game of Fabiano Caruana versus Gukesh. Here the Fabiano from white and Gukesh from black. So now that's the change of opening by the Fabiano Caruana with the e4. Then Gukesh also prepares this opening with the e5, knight f3, then knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, double zero, knight f6, d3, d6, c3, a6, a4. So here Fabiano played the a4 move. After we see bishop a7 by the Gukesh, then h3, double zero. So here the opening of both of them is end with castling. So here you see this opening is not much more for uh, high, but this is a stacked opening which was played by the younger and beginners, intermediate, also experts, because this opening is what we learned first in the chess, because in intermediate players or expert players both plays this game or this opening, so you learn perfectly this opening what the GM plays after this move, because in middle game beginners or intermediates mistake or blunder moves, that's why he loses. So now we see this moves of Gukesh and Fabiano Caruana. So after the double zero, we see knight bd1, sorry, knight bd2, and then rook e8, b4, bishop e6, bishop cut e6, rook cut e6, queen c2, rook again goes to e8, then rook e1, f6, knight f1, then d5, then we see Fabiano attacking the king side of Gukesh. So that's why he goes to knight f1 and then comes to the knight g3. So after this, we see here that Gukesh plays the move of b4, sorry b5. Then Caruana attacking the king side with knight f5. Then Gukesh cut the pawn with d cut uh, e4. Then again Fabiano cut the pawn with the d cut e4. Then knight e7, knight cut e5, knight cut f5, e cut f5, c5, bishop f4, b cut a4, knight attacking the queen, and also the bishop of black. So it is a good move played by the uh, Fabiano Caruana to knight for the position. So he goes to knight c6. Then Gukesh goes to queen d7. Here the Fabiano not cut the bishop. He first cut the rook with the rook at e1. Then Gukesh also cut the rook with rook at e8. Then knight. Then Fabiano cut the bishop of black. So he goes to knight cut a7. Then here Gukesh not cut the knight. He goes to play the move of c cut b4. So what you see here? Why Gukesh not cut the knight? There is a chance because there is no option for knight to outside the uh, attacking of queen, because he goes to, if he goes to knight b5, then cut it by the pawn of a, and if he goes to knight f6, then also, sorry, knight c6, then also cut by the queen. So that's why Gukesh first cut the pawn of b4. After this, he cut b4. Then again, Gukesh not cut the knight. He goes to queen d4, attacking the black bishop of white. So here the Fabiano not cut it down by not given his black bishop, so he at the safe position with queen c1. So now Gukesh cut the queen a7. So what we see here, patience the game in game. Uh, why not Gukesh cut the first knight? So that's the difference between a team or younger players or teammate players, because you not see what after the move taken or what the impact of that move. So that's why you lose. So now we see how Gukesh continues this game. After this, Caruana plays the rook a4. So wait a minute. So welcome back. We played various move, but after this, queen b1 check. Now king e3, queen b4, queen cut b4. I think uh, queen cut b4. Then here again queen cut with a6. Now the queen play is more actively played here. So that's why Gukesh plays the queen c4 check. Not queen c4, it's queen c5 check. After this, Fabiano goes to king e2, then queen c2 check. Then again, Fabiano goes to king f1. Then to case block is the area of king to outside that position. So that's why he goes to queen d1 check. After this, Fabiano play the move of king f2, and again check by the Gukesh to draw that position. That's why he plays the queen d4 check. Fabiana goes to king g2. Then again check by Gukesh with queen d2. Then Fabiano goes to a good area or a good square which is not checked by the black. So he goes to king h3. Gukesh not continues the check, but he create a position to check the white king. So that's why he goes to queen d1. Now again, Fabiano goes to king g2 to rescue that pawn. Then again, Gukesh goes to queen d2 check, king f1, queen d1 check, king f2, check, queen d4 check. Then here the position changes with king e1, queen c3 check, then king d king e2, queen c2 check, then king e3, queen c1 check. Then again that position goes to at that level where king f2, and after this move Gukesh goes to queen c5 check. And then again Fabiano turns with the king side with king g2. Then again check by the Gukesh with queen c2, king g3. Gukesh goes to queen c7 check. Then Fabiano goes to king h3, and Gukesh goes to queen queen c1. Then Fabiano with queen e2. Then queen h1 check. Then king g3, queen g1 check. Here the exchange position for white and black. So what we take, one question here arise here, if you from black, you take the queen or leave the queen. So if you get answer, then comment in the comment box. But we see here what Fabiano Caruana do. But you comment here what the position said, and if you uh, here to see that you cut the queen or not cut the queen. So here the Gukesh not cut the queen with the queen e1 check. Then queen f2, again exchange position. Then again live by the case with queen e4 check. Not e4, queen e5 check. Then pushes the pawn with f4. Then again goes to queen c3 check. Then here the exchange, again the exchange, but the Fabiano wants the exchange of queen because he is a one pawn up. So now what Gukesh do? Him not again taking the piece. If here after the match we see why Gukesh not cut the queen. So first we complete the game with queen d1, sorry, e1 check. Then again queen king g2, queen d2 check, king h3, then queen c1, queen f2, queen h1 check, king king g3. Again Gukesh goes to queen c1, king h2, sorry, h2. Then here comes after the 10 to 15 move that Gukesh touches his king because he continuously attacking or checking the white king with queen. So now king king g8. Now Fabiano goes to queen g3. Again king h7. Again goes to Fabiano goes to queen f2. And now that both of them is agree to draw this game, and now this game is draw. So here is the fourth round of Fide Candidates 2024 of Gukesh games. So Gukesh fourth round with Fabiano Caruana is was a draw. So here we see amazing game between world number 2 and Indian number 1 player. So now we see what we learned from this game. So first, opening of e4. So if you play the opening e4, here you see how Ali TMs plays the e4 opening, and here it get to help in your matches. So after the e4 opening, because that opening is various player played in his past, present and future, because that opening is the base of chess opening. Because if you started the chess practice first, the teacher or trainer train you the opening of e4, because that opening is good for this player, because here you open the positions, control to the center, and then attack. So that's the first, and the second, we see the middle ground of Gukesh. Again, Gukesh show them that not attacking early, first with defensive position, not uh, again and again, but sometimes defense is amazing for everyone or any players. So Gukesh here not directly attacking, but a process of attacking is going on. So in middle game, we see Fabiano charges up or leading the position, but after the mid of middle game, Gukesh turned the game and taking the position of draw, because Fabiano got one pawn up and he was get a isolated pawn, but it doesn't mean that isolated pawn is okay for draw. But sometimes player mistake the position, mistake the moves, and that position get a win for isolated pawn players, because he was get a 3 pawn and 2 pawn. So after the mid game, we see the amazing calculation of accuracy of Gukesh. You see here the exchange of queen. Why Gukesh not exchanging a queen? Let's see why Gukesh not exchanging the queen. But before that, uh, the Gukesh not exchanging the queen is also good, and he wants the queen, because in mid game queen check is important for repeating a draw or anything, because if you lose the queen, then you will not get anything to attack. You just in position of defense, or continuously to try to another queen or develop a queen, a promoter queen. So if you extend that time, there is a much more problem to create that. So if you learn a younger player or intermediate player, you think you get uh, patience at that time, because many players got not a patience to do that. If you then players do just taking the queen, it's a position of isolated point, then we see there is a draw. But sometimes a position where that is not wanted, the queen exchange, so that's create a big problem for that player. So first, see what the position said. If the position said not exchange the queen, then not exchange the queen. If the position said that exchange the queen, then exchange the queen. So here you see the first patience that want the chess. If you are a chess player, then you want patience. So here you see how Gukesh get patience. Now I get streaming his game, but I also get tired with here the position, how he played that game is amazing. So this game is a draw. Now we see why Gukesh not cut that position at that time where the Fabiano wants to exchange. Now we get goes to back the position. So here is the position what we see. So if we see here, there is a position of draw, and here you see the engine also said that queen goes to e1 to check. But let's see why, if black got the queen. Now we see here that position is insane for black, because here if queen cut goes to queen, sorry, king cut g uh, 2. Now see how this game is affect or fully irrigate the black. So let's see. So after this move, black goes to king g8, then king goes to king h2, king h1, king h3, king h7. So if you just you see uh, a doubt in your mind, why I don't play the move of king to direct to the king h3, because in chess you get a waiting move. In the in-game, waiting moves are more important for any players, because they are also a GM. That's why he calculated that move. But if you are a younger player or intermediate players, you not have that calculation. So that's why not taken at too much, but try to find the best move at that time. So now see what next move white play. He goes to king g3. Now black pushes the pawn with g5. Again king goes to king f2, king h8. Now king e3, king g7, king king d4, king f8, king g king c5, king e7. So you think the main purpose of king outside from that area is, that's why, because and after the move of king h3, there is a no move or not a square is that where to move that white king. So here you first see the base or that pawn who supported that another pawn or blocked the our pawn. That's why white here comes to the targeting the C, not C, f6 pawn. If we or if white cut that pawn here, the chances of the winning of white is 100%, because there's if he cutted the pawn, he continues his pawn of f5, so that's why he want to cut that pawn. So here is the waiting moves importance. If he not directly goes to that position, that's why he goes to that position. He goes to king c6. Now you see how to attack the position. King f8. Here the attacking position. Let's see. King d6, king d6, and then black plays to king f7. So now I have a question for you. If someone or any one of my viewers see that position, please answer me what white here to do to cut that pawn. So if you get the answer, then you comment in the comment box, and if you not get answered, no problem. We see here to how to cut that pawn, but there is a not much high level puzzle, but is good for that beginners or intermediates. So let's see, there is a time for that, but now we see here what to do. So here the move of king d7, a waiting move. Then king f8. Then the pawn cut position is going on. King e6, king e8, king cut f6, king d7, king cut, and the last move of white to win this game, king cut g5. So here you see what I talk about, that if you get isolated pawn you lose the game, but what the position set, that's the important. If you not exchange that queen, we see here before that how Gukesh not cut the position, not cut the queen, and draw the match. But if we cut that time the queen Gukesh, you lose the game, because that position not wants to exchange the queen. That position wants to um, not taking the queen, because if you cut that time, uh, you get try to down to defense that. What see here, king have no moves for black, and that's why how white get 3 pawns at his inbox. He not get a single pawn to cut. So what that position, amazing position. So it is a good position for any player or any intermediate younger player, or sometimes experts player will also mistake that position. So here is the fourth game of Gukesh Tomaraju with world number 2 Fabiano Caruana, and this game goes to draw. Now we see the points of Gukesh. So first match Vidit versus Gukesh, the match is draw. Then Pragananda versus Gukesh, there is a win for Gukesh, that at 1.5 in 2 rounds. Then the third match between Nepomiachi, and that game is also draw. That's why in 3 round he get 2 points. And here the fourth round where the case played against the um, Fabiano Caruana, and this game is also get a draw. So that's why in round 4, Cookies they are 2.5 points and leading the Fide candidates. So this is the fourth game of Cookies, and now we have that 10 games left. So we get see the fifth round of Gukesh Tomaraju. Now let's see. And now the another game of Gukesh was coming here, And this game was between Gukesh and Absorb, not Absorbs. It is another very nice or wonderful uh, Elysium who played against the Gukesh, and this game is also a good game. So wait a few minutes. Hi everyone, welcome to Chesspoint again. Now we see the fifth round of Gukesh between Gukesh and Absorb, Nizat Absorb. So let's see. Gukesh was from white and Absorb from black. So let's see the game. The first move of Gukesh was e4. Now Gukesh played uh, the other opening of after the d4 or d5 or e6 opening. So now e4, then e5, knight f3, knight f6. So this is exchange variation. Now we see a d4, knight cut e5, bishop d3, uh, d5, d cut e4, knight c5, bishop e2, bishop e7, double zero, double zero. So this game is another game that helps the beginners or intermediate players or younger players to how to move at that time, because this opening is was anything what we say is a much played opening in the chess world, because this opening is also a good opening what we see, but many times this opening was played by the younger players or intermediate players to trick the opponent, but sometimes opponents are much good thinker and not trapped in that position. So now we see how to get at that position and continues to the middle game. So now rook e1, then c6, and then knight d2, knight bd2, sorry, knight bd7, then h3, a5, b3, not b3, knight b3, then f6, e cut f6, knight cut f6, bishop e3, knight e4, knight bd2, a4, knight cut e4, knight cut e4, a3, bishop c5, bishop d3, bishop cut e3, rook cut e3, queen f6, c3, bishop f5, then queen e2, then knight d6, bishop cut f5, knight cut f5, rook e6, queen f7, rook g1. So here you see how Guk is attacking the king side with doubling his rook, queen and knight from king side to attacking the king side. So after this move, Absorb moves his pawn to h6, queen c2, queen d7, then what is here? C4, then d4, then c5, and queen f7, rook e4, queen d5, rook e5, queen f7, rook again comes to rook e5 to e4, then again queen d5, rook e5, then again queen f7, and here comes with the Gukesh with new move with rook e1 to rook e4. Now Absorb move to rook ad8, then Gukesh move rook f4, then d3, then move of queen cut a4, queen cut a2, king h2, and g6, queen b4, then queen f7. Absorb continuously moves his queen to queen f7 to another position. What the mind of Absorb here, I don't think, but Gukesh maintain the position or try to in the process of attacking the king side of the queen, sorry, black. Now black moves to rook f to rook e8. Now rook f e4, rook cut e4, rook cut e4, then rook d5, knight d2, knight g7, king g1, knight d6, sorry, knight e6, rook e3, knight c5, then queen c4, knight e6, rook d3, b5, queen c3, knight f4, rook d3, rook g5, knight e4, rook at g2 check, king h1, knight d5, knight f6. So now absorb in try to in good position, but here the Gukesh plays another good move with knight f6 check. So it is a forcefully to cut that knight with knight cut f6. Now king cut g2. So here we see why knight cut f6 is important, because here is the queen support to f6 knight. That's why he not cut it with queen, or because of that check he not cut the queen. So after this move, again knight goes to king, knight d5 to exchange the rook. So here the pawn up by the Gukesh, because if knight goes to attacking the rook, he got two pawns off uh, from black, and let's absorb two. Knight cut e3 and then f cut e3, then queen f5 to protect that pawn, then again b3, then h3 h5 a4, b cut a4, b cut a4, queen g5 check, king f2, queen f5 check, king g2, queen g5 check, king f2, queen f5 check. And here not want to Gukesh to draw that position, that's why he goes to king e2. Now absorb played the move of g5, then e4 to attack the queen. He cutted the queen on h3. Now here the end of the absorb, because queen g6 check, king h8, queen h6 check. uh, because why not first we take that pawn, because if we got that pawn and check the black king, we get an advance move for that, because check move take one move more. That's why he not take that pawn. So this is another thing that young player, new players learn, that sometimes you not directly that pieces. Sometimes you take a waiting move to create a after move that affect the position or the game. That's why queen cut, here comes queen cut g5 check, then king h8, queen h6 check, king g8, queen g5 check, king king h8. Then now change the move of white with a5. Then again the move of h4, queen h6 check, king g8, queen g6 check, king h8. And here again the move of, this is a sequence for white to promote that queen. That's why he continues with check, and that pulls the pawn with e6. Now again the absorb to try to attacking the white queen, so white king. So he checked with king queen s2, Now Gukesh goes to king e2. Again Gukesh check with queen h4. Now we see here that king e2. Again queen h2 check. Again, not again, he goes to king d3. Now again absorb check with queen h3. Here Gukesh goes to the pawn support to the a6 square, and that's why he goes to king c4. Now absorb check again with the queen c8. That's why what we say, if you lose the game, it doesn't mean that you will not move or exchange the queen, because queen had a much more power in game. King d5, queen d8 check, queen d6, queen a5 check, king e6, then h3. Then here comes with king f7 to checkmate the white, sorry, black. If black mistake here with queen check or another thing, but we see here there is a no check for uh, black to here, that attacking the king of white, because there is a no square to check the white. No, no, no. There is a one square with the queen a2 check. So now we see what absorb do. What we see here, queen a2 check, and Gukesh wants exchange. Now we see that queen e6 block that, queen cut e6, king cut is. Now that time, if you take a risk, because that position you see here, that both that promote that queen. That's why exchange the queen. Now black continues with h2, then a7, h1 to promote to queen, and a8 to promote to queen, and that is the advance of that position what waiting move wants. That waiting move affect at this time, because he checked the king of black with a8 promote. Then here comes with king g7, queen a7 check, king h6, queen e3 check, uh, king h5, king goes to f5. Now we see here that the check of black is coming here with the move of queen f1. Then again Gukesh wants to extend, because he get another point to promote that queen. That's why he wants to exchange, no problem. That's why he goes to king queen f4, and then black goes to queen b5 check, then queen e5 to block that check, then again queen d7, king e6, sorry, queen x6, then king h4, queen g5 check, and now Nizar absorb to resign the game, and here the Gukesh win this game, and he get in 1 point from round 5, and in the point tables he got in round 5 of 3.5 point in this Fide candidates tournament, and leading the board with two of others. So this game is an amazing game for our amazing players. We see here, and what we learned here, you see that the opening, that opening was much more time played by the players in chess world. So if some viewers who played that move, you learn from here to how to calculate that move, how to create a positional for the game, how to create a good position in this game. That's why you learn here to position or opening in this game, or in this game, how Gukesh and absorb move his opening position. So there is a opening. Now we see the middle game. Middle game of this type of opening is much more important for both players, because one mistake from one player that creates is um, more chances to lose the game. That's why you focus in the middle game. Sometimes some players was tricked by in the opening and lose the game in opening also. So don't take this easily. Opening. This opening is also trapping opening, and in the mid game and in how Gukesh was too cool. Uh, that's the amazing for Gukesh, who not get panic for there and continues the game. He know that he get a 2 point up, and that's continue to lead him to win this game. So you learn also from here to don't panic in the matches or game in the in game. If you get panic, you not get to correctly calculate the moves or the position you take. You get a blunder or mistake that affect your score. So now this is the round 5 of PD candidates tournament. Now we see the round 6 of Fide candidates tournament of case all games. So welcome back. Now we see the sixth game of Gukesh with Hikaru Nakamura. Uh, Another brilliant game of FIDE candidates. This game was between legend, what I think, and the legend between an Indian star kid, Gukesh Team Raju. So here Gukesh from white and Hikaru Nakamura from black. So let's see this game. So few minutes you get waiting for that. Hi everyone, welcome back. So let's see the Hikaru Nakamura and Gukesh game in 3-day candidates. So let's start the game. So first move of white is e4. Now Gukesh tried to open with e4 opening. In first three game he played d4, or opponent plays d4, and in uh, third Game after that game, he played e4 and e5. So now e4, here comes what we see a lesson can play, that c5. And now knight f3, then g7, then c3, d5, e5, bishop g4, bishop b4, b5 check, knight c6, bishop cut c6 check, b cut c6, double zero, c4, d3, c cut d3, queen cut d3, bishop cut f3, queen cut f3, bishop g7, queen d2, sorry, queen e2. So there is a dragon. That's why he know about the king of Sicilian dragon or dragon openings. Queen c7, rook e1, e6, b4, knight e7, knight d2, knight goes to knight c8, c4, double zero, bishop b2, a5, a3, a cut b4, a cut b4, rook a1, rook cut a1, d cut c4, knight cut c4, knight b6, knight cut b6, queen cut b6, bishop c3, queen b5. Now here the case in position to attack with queen e4, rook d8, g2, bishop f8, king g2, queen b7, rook c1, rook d5, queen e1, h5, not queen e1, sorry for that mistake. That's a bishop e1. After that move h5, then again bishop c3, then here comes with the bishop e7. Then again Gukesh blocked that position with h5, h4. Then again Hikaru goes to bishop f8. Here comes Gukesh with the rook a1. Bishop f8, f7. Again rook c1. Then bishop f8. Hikaru continuously moves his bishop to f8 to e7, and again rook a1. Then here the move, Hikaru changed the move with rook b5, then rook c1, rook b6, bishop d2, rook a6, rook c4, rook b6, bishop e3, rook b4, queen cut c6, queen cut c6, rook cut c6, rook b8 to not directly check from white. That's why he goes to rook b8. Now we see here with bishop c5, bishop c5, then bishop cut c5, rook cut c5. So now we see this position is also a draw position because both get pawn of 4 pawn and 4 pawn from black also, and one rook and one rook. So that position is a draw position, but we continue when that time both agree. So after this move, Hikaru plays to king f7. After king f7, rook so that's the last move of Hikaru Nakamura. Here both agree with the position of draw and both see the game. That's why this position is a draw. And in round 6, Gukesh and Hikaru match that draw. And after this match, Gukesh get 4 point in 6 matches and leading the board with Hikaru Nepomiyachi. So this is an amazing game. What we see here and learn about that, the opening is good, no problem. This opening is another good opening for beginners. And after middle game, in this opening to any player because sometimes that g7 or b to b7 square bishops are dangerous from white and black both. That's why to play in middle game you take some time if you get a classical game, but not taken that much in other rapid on blades or bullet game. So in middle game it's a good game. After that, it continues and it goes to in game. And what in starting, they both continues with a draw position. That's why they continue, and the end of the game is a draw. So here's the round six of Gukesh Tomarazu, and he draw with Hikaru Nakamura. So now we see uh, this session of live stream of is the last match of Gukesh Dumarazu with a, another player. This round is round 7 of first leg, and now we see the seventh round. So let's see. Round 7. Gukesh, sorry, Ali Reza Firoza versus Gukesh. If you see that time, this match is insane. That time, Gukesh get broken heart, or this game hurts Gukesh because he loses this game at that time when he winning the game, but in time pressure, he loses the game, and Ali Reza Firoza wins this game. So now we see this game. So we take some few minutes. Hi everyone, welcome again in this live stream. Now we see the round 7 of Fide Candidates Tournament 2024 of Gukesh Damaraju with Ali Reza Firoza. Here, Gukesh from black and Ali Reza Firoza from white. So let's see this game. This game is another popular ability gain in this PD candidates tournament because this game creates a heartbroken moment for Gukesh Tumurazu in PD candidates tournament. So now let's see the game of Gukesh. So now the first move of Alireza Firoza is d4. Again a d4. D4 game is amazing. I think d4 game creates a moment for the players learn the youngest to how to play d4 because trainer not take serious in the starting period of younger player to not take the d4 opening because it takes risky game. That's why trainer not giving this opening to younger player. After this d4, Gukesh played with uh, knight uh, f6. Now Alizra Filoza plays bishop f4, then d5, e3, c5, knight f3, e6, knight bd2, queen b6, rook b1, c cut d4, e cut d4, bishop d7, c3, bishop b5, h4, knight d7, rook h3, bishop e7, h5. Here we see Aliza continues to attacking the king side of the black. He continuously first starting with the attacking position. So now we see how this dodges this attacks. With h6 he blocking the h5 pawn. Then a4 and attacking the bishop of white. With then he exchanges with bishop f1, and here Alireza caught with king cut f1. This is insane. And here he this is good bad I don't think. Just let's continue the moves with the Gukesh do his double zero or castling. Alireza goes to king g1, queen c6, knight e5, knight cut e5, d cut e5, knight d7, rook g3, king h8, a5, queen c7, knight f3, queen cut a5, c4, rook g7, rook a1, queen b4, b3, knight c5, knight d4, knight e4, rook e3, queen c5, rook c1, rook g d8, b4, queen cut d4, c cut d5, knight cut f2, king cut f2, rook cut d5, rook e4, rook a d8, bishop bishop e3, bishop c5, queen b3, queen cut b3, knight cut b3, bishop cut e3, rook cut e3. Here you see black get exchange up from here. And how Gukesh lose this game? Because of time pressure. Time pressure is very bad thing in these games. Here Gukesh get pawn up also. So queen, rook c7, a a4, knight c5, rook a8, knight e7, king h7, rook rook f3, a6, a3, rook cut f7, king h8, knight goes to, here is a good move from a white, knight f8, a2, knight check with knight g6, so here the end, the heartbroken moment where the Gukesh loses his time and loses the game. You see how Gukesh is here. Why don't Gukesh not played at time? What he think? I don't know. But this game is a good game for Gukesh and Alireza Firoza. Alireza Firoza also giving him 100% of him. That's why he win the game. Sometimes the pressure of game creates a mistake. So this is round 7. Here is the round 7 where Gukesh loses the point and he gets the 3.5 point in this tournament. And after this match there is a round 8, but first what we learn here is that the opening of e4 is amazing, and this opening was played by various players, so that's why you see this elite gm's opening and analyze after this. And after the opening you see the middle game, how middle game is important. You see here how to calculate the moves, how to maintain the position, how to a good pawn structure, and how your pieces move in the middle game. So after this, in the end game, you have time pressure also, but Don't get panic. Sometimes that panic, that's why you lose the game with time pressure. But this game is winning. We say that uh, this game is amazing game from white and black, and he creates amazing position games. Alireza dominates here. That's why he win. So now we see the other seven game after the another stream video. So this is our last match from this session, and other seven games or matches we see in other stream. So if you like and or don't like, it's important for me. And if you like, then subscribe our channel. And thank you for to watching our videos. And if you have some problems or another thing, you get comments in this comment box, because this comment box is very zero viewers got get in my first live stream after the World Championship tournament. So no problem. Next time we see to up in the viewers, and I gave my 100% to get the new viewers or other viewers to attract here. But who support me, thank you for that. And the next time we see the games of Gukesh Tibarazu. So now, thank you for today. Bye bye.